if you have been wanting that fresh wardrobe, or maybe you're just wanting more confidence to match outfits together, now's the time. In the new year, it's really fun to, number one, declutter. I would say get rid of anything. When you go in your closet and if you don't feel uplifted and empowered and you're like, heck yes, I want to wear that for date night. Heck yes, I want to wear that for an event. Or heck yes, I want to wear that for a speaking engagement. Then don't keep it. Don't let it take up space in your closet. It's just like negative influences or bad energy. You don't want it to take up space, right? Same thing with clothes. It's an energy exchange as well. So this is your sign. This is your permission that now in January 2025, start leveling up your wardrobe. Hey everyone, welcome to the Tori Reflects Show, where we're shining a light on real conversations and transformational stories with some of the most dynamic entrepreneurs and faith-driven leaders you'll ever meet. I'm Tori Reflects, your host, entrepreneur, virtual stylist, and former Miss Missouri USA, ready to guide you along this exciting journey. This isn't just any podcast. It's your new home for stories that uplift, conversations that transform, and a community that feels like family. From the real challenges to the exhilarating moments of achievement, we cover it all, infused with adventure, laughter, insights, and heartfelt discussions. So settle in, make yourself comfortable, and let's get this show on the road. This is the Tori Reflects Show. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Tori Reflects Show and Happy New Year. Happy 2025. Oh my goodness, I can't believe that it's already 2025. Doesn't seem like yesterday where it was just COVID. In 2020, like that was a crazy time. And now here we are 5 years later, like 2025. It just feels like a good year. It just feels like it. I'm just feeling this energy. And I want to take a moment and acknowledge 2024 for what it was. It was an amazing year for me personally. It brought on a year full of massive, massive growth. There's been a year of a lot of challenges and really stepping more into like that leadership role within my company and management role within my company instead of being a solo entrepreneur. And that has been a really huge growing opportunity for me personally and business and just me individually. If you're in that stage right now where you went from a solo entrepreneur to now you have a team, it's a whole other animal, right? And so it's a beautiful step in business and a step that you want to take. And that was something that was huge for me in 2024 business wise. Just brought on a lot of different challenges in 2024. A lot of things to overcome, a lot of things to learn, but then so many beautiful moments of just deepening my faith and meeting new women who are like-minded, faith-based entrepreneurs. That was one of the biggest prayers of my 2024 was I really wanted to be surrounded by other women who are leading companies and also they put God at the center of it all. And so I really owe that to Brooke Thomas. She's been so instrumental in that this past year. But I've been a part of some phenomenal masterminds, the dinner series with Chris and Lori Harder, and just being around some dang good people. Like there's so much gratitude for the people that I've met this year. And I've gotten to do life and business with and travel. I travel all the time for business, but I'm meeting and developing and learning new skills so I can bring it back to all of you, whether that be the internal work that everybody needs to do in order to achieve the external outcomes, whether it's training that I developed in education at New York Fashion Week to see the latest trends for all of you. That was so incredible. And just to bring all that back, it's been a really beautiful year. And at the end of 2024, God answered my prayers and led me to Dallas, Texas. And so just actually this week, I am off to Texas. I'll be officially living in Dallas. And I'm so excited to just see what God has in store for this beautiful next chapter. A lot of people are like, why Dallas? Like, what sent you there? And so I'll just briefly tell you, God led me there. And for some of you that may sound a little strange, like, what do you mean God led you to Dallas, Texas? Well, I moved to Austin, Texas about a year and a half ago, and it was a very brief move, and I moved back to Scottsdale, Arizona. And ever since then, I've been feeling this really big pull to go back to Texas. And so I just started praying about it. I started praying about signs, and God started speaking through people, started speaking through physical things. I saw all these signs, and just I could tell you about 100 different things that God had revealed to me to point me in that direction. And I have a lot of friends there, a lot of business that is in Dallas. And so it just makes sense for my next chapter. And so I'm so grateful that God has led me there. I'm stepping out in faith and seeing what God has for me. So I am so grateful, so excited for what 2024 brought, and I'm even more excited for what 2025 has. I just talked about a little reflection of what my year in 2024 was like. And I think it's very important to take that moment for yourself and just much longer than, a few minutes here that I just did, but take some time for yourself and really just look back, analyze the good, the bad, the learning opportunities, how you can better yourself for this next year and how you can better your business for this next year and how you can deepen your faith. That's a process that takes hours. If you really want to do some really great reflection, I recommend taking hours to do that. But you know what? We're going to add on another category this year, and I want you to reflect on your personal image and, of course, your personal style. It goes hand in hand, right? I want you to really take a look and ask yourself, how are you showing up last year with your overall image? Because as an entrepreneur, you're a walking billboard for a brand. As a business leader, you are still a walking billboard for your brand. So what's really important is that you take the moment in this new year and you know what? Some people say, you should be doing this in December. And I believe that too. As leaders, you do it before, you don't do it during. But if you have not done it yet, now is the time. I want you to take a look. I don't want you to get caught up on this too much. But what was it in 2024 when it comes to your personal style, to your clothes, when you walked in your closet? How did you feel? When you stepped in there on January 2024, were you like, wow, I feel so empowered by my wardrobe. I feel great. I feel so confident when I'm wearing these clothes. Is that what you're saying? Or in January of 2024, were you like, shoot, I don't really like any of my clothes. I don't really know how to style these clothes. I feel like I've had these clothes forever. I feel like I maybe have a lot of clothes, but I'm just not maximizing them. Which one of those were your answer? And then ask yourself, did you take action on it? So did you capitalize on it? If you're one of those people that said, oh my gosh, I don't really like my clothes right now in this season, I really want to get a wardrobe refresh here in 2024, but you never did, I want you to make mental note of that. Don't shame yourself. Don't guilt yourself. Don't be like, oh my God, I should have done this. I should have done that. Like, no, you are busy. You have a lot on your plate. And I don't want you to ever say you should have done something, right? But I do want you to make note of it. And then if you're one of those people that said, wow, I have a beautiful closet. I have so many clothes. I just don't know how to restyle them. Did you restyle them? Did you hire a professional stylist to come in there and analyze your wardrobe and say, hey, you know what? Have you ever thought about piecing this piece of jewelry with this blazer? Have you ever thought about piecing this belt or these pair of boots with this outfit? Did you do that? If you did, congratulations. If you didn't, ask yourself why. Where is that stemming from? Is it something where you don't think you're worthy? And I don't mean to step on any toes, but sometimes that's the case where you don't feel like you're worthy of getting a new wardrobe or spending that money on a professional stylist or spending that money on some fresh clothes, but you are worthy. And I'm here to remind you that. And you deserve a wardrobe that makes you feel confident. And I just want to say too, sometimes when people think of a personal stylist or they think of a brand new wardrobe and think it's like, it has to be elaborate. It really doesn't. There are stores and there are brands that we recommend with all of our services that are falling into different brackets of your budget. So we find something that suits you, that suits your personal style, that suits you as a person and where you're at financially as well. So I want you to just first take a quick look at 2024. Did you move in the area? Or maybe you're like, hey, I'm going to go even deeper with your image. I want to show up differently. When I go to events, I want to show up differently. When I'm speaking on stage, I want to be just a couple more notches looking nicer than the audience. Did you show up that way? Did you pay more attention to detail with your hair, with your makeup, with your energy of what you brought to the table? I want you to do the whole thing, the whole gamut with your entire image. And ask yourself if you actually did that. And if you didn't, and you're not proud of where you're at now with that, maybe you're just like, hey, you know what? That didn't happen. There was a lot going on, but now here we're in 2025. And you know what's so exciting is that at any given time, you can recreate yourself. Not totally recreate yourself because let's be real, you're already very successful women who know that you can level up at any moment. But this is just giving you a little reminder, maybe a little bit of permission to say, hey, you know what? If you have been wanting that fresh wardrobe, or maybe you're just wanting more confidence to match outfits together, now's the time. You know, in the new year, it's really fun to, number one, declutter. I would say get rid of anything. When you go in your closet and if you don't feel uplifted and empowered and you're like, heck yes, I want to wear that for date night. Heck yes, I want to wear that for an event. Or heck yes, I want to wear that for a speaking engagement. then don't keep it. Don't let it take up space in your closet. It's just like negative influences or bad energy. You don't want it to take up space, right? Same thing with clothes. It's an energy exchange as well. So this is your sign. This is your permission that now in January 2025, start leveling up your wardrobe. And you know what, you guys? Sometimes that can sound like a little intimidating, but it doesn't have to be this drastic change. So, for instance, I was just talking to a gal yesterday and she was like, I'm in the fitness space, but I also want to wear some of my athleisure clothes when I'm in a professional setting. And I said, okay, sometimes that's a little tricky, right? Because if you're wearing leggings and that athleisure top in a professional setting, that's not necessarily professional. So most of the time you have to change your outfit. However, the solution that I found for her profession isn't that dressed up. It's a little bit more casual. And I said, if you want to wear your athleisure wear, then all you have to do is just throw on a nice blazer or maybe like a long trench coat, pair it with a chunky necklace, just like this. If you're listening on podcast, I have a gold chunky necklace on here. And so level it up with jewelry, maybe pair it with a belt, put some nice little heeled boots on, and you can immediately elevate your outfit. So accessories are going to be your best friend. Even some blazers are going to be your best friend. Longer trench coat or longer blazers that are trench coat length. Different shoes, right? Like she's not going to wear her sneakers to a professional meeting. But if she had a pair of heeled boots, maybe a different pair of heels, maybe some nice loafers or some mules, she could wear those and that would totally elevate her outfit. So if you are wanting to elevate your outfit, really think to yourself, like, what are some colors that really make me feel vibrant? What colors make me really come alive? What colors, when I'm wearing them, I walk into the room with this new sense of swagger and this new sense of confidence. What is that for you? Or maybe you're really wanting to feel more feminine. What are those colors where you just feel so feminine and so beautiful and so wonderful when you're wearing those? So think about the colors. Think about what fabrics are feeling good. Think about how you're wanting to show up to business events this year. Maybe you were a blazer gal last year, but this year you're like, no, I think I'm going to be like cute, flowy, beautiful, feminine dress with heels. Maybe you were a hat girl last year and you're like, hat's headed season. This year, not so much. So just think about those little areas of your wardrobe, even down to heels. Hey, maybe you wore some really high heels last year. This year, maybe not as much. Or you really want to focus on basic outfits, but accessorizing like crazy to make it pop. So think about all of those different areas. And if you're needing help, we are, of course, here to help you. We do style intensive. We have different customized services. We also have brand photo shoots. So if you are wanting fresh photos, new marketing material, a great new wardrobe that's going to reflect the woman that you are, but also the woman that you know you're stepping into in this season, reach out to us. We'll put all the information in the show notes below, but we would love to work with you in this season just to elevate your wardrobe, to really just tweak it a little bit to fit that woman that you're becoming in 2025. I'm praying blessings over you in this season. I know that God is going to transform not only you, but also your business. See you next time. Thanks for tuning in to the Tori Cruise Show. If today's episode inspired you, let's keep the momentum going. For our YouTube family, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you're always in the loop with our latest episodes. And for our podcast listeners, your ratings and reviews are incredibly valuable. They help us reach more people and continue bringing inspiring stories your way. Remember, this isn't just a podcast, it's a growing community of family. Every like, share, and review helps us grow on our journey together, helping us to highlight more impactful stories. Until next time, keep being the light for yourself and others. See you on the next adventure.